Many, because that's what we do. I mean, we have a product that we want to sell. We have a product that we want to be, we do everything to get the best product that we feel we can have here for Sarakasi, here in this space. And the better our product is, the more we can trade it, the more we can market it, the better we can market it. And then along the way, of course, you need to learn all these, how do I say that? You have to learn how to market, you have to make sure your trainers are of a good level, you have to make sure you reach out to the right corporates. So everything that has to do with business, make business plans, have marketing plans, all that kind of stuff. So at the end of the day, we find work for our artists, and which is income to the artists, and which is income to Sarakasi, through which the organization can grow more, and we can take on more. More artists. And by the way, the training for the artists is for free, because we take these kids from the poor areas in and around Nairobi. But once they reach that level that we deem professional, we find jobs for them, and then you see them grow as well. You see them earning money, and they can also invest in the same community. They start putting their kids in better schools. They can move to better neighborhoods. So it has an effect not only on the person or the organization, but also on the community. And that's what trade does. For our work, mentorship is really, really important, because we send our artists everywhere. So part of our product is disciplined artists. To create a disciplined artist is mentorship. And I personally feel that everything goes, it evolves around the right communication. Not only the right communication as in your message, but also the right language, and to make somebody understand why it is that you have to behave in a certain way, and then make it your own. I don't believe in top-down. We really work from bottom up and really involve everybody. When you come to Sarakasi and you want to be trained by us, you are really involved in the process and the product, and that really, really works. The biggest challenges are knowledge about certain things that you just simply do not have, and you only learn on the job. I mean, the way I have learned at Sarakasi is in a very practical way, and I had to indeed partner and ask the people how certain things work. And not even being from here and just starting from scratch, that took some time. But to be compliant and to get the right partnerships working, to get a foot on the ground within the corporate world, that is really, really hard. But you just have to keep on trying, and that is a challenge, but I always feel that a challenge is an opportunity as well, because once you conquer that challenge, you grow. What I learned along the way is that you have to grab your opportunities, that is one, that you also have to stay close to your mandate. It's very easy to take on a lot of other projects that you think, oh, they are cool, they are great, but you shouldn't spread yourself too thin. I also learned that it's allowed to think big, to keep thinking big, but you need not to forget the steps that you have to take along the way to get there. So there's no cutting corners, which is happening a lot in this industry, but you really shouldn't. You should be transparent. You should pay people a decent salary. You need to make sure you have contracts. You need to make sure your budget is already done before you start. These things sound simple, but in the industry where we are in, these things are not that straightforward always. So these are the things I learned, and these are the things that I also keep talking about and trying to teach other people, that you not only have to be compliant for your government or whatever, but also for yourself, to make sure you have a good blueprint, you have a good structure, and within you can exist in that space, and from there you can grow. I think our biggest achievements are a few. Of course, that we're still there since 2001. Secondly, we bought a building that is owned by the trust. That's an asset, and there's no mortgage on it. 3, that we established a very, very strong brand. I think many people know Sarakasi, which is a very good achievement. So what I want to know now for Sarakasi, I really wish Sarakasi is known in every layer of society. Of course, we work with the youth that comes from poorer communities in and around Nairobi, but we would like to spread out over the country. And through our corporate work and through also being out there on TV and on platforms like this, it's good for Sarakasi to spread out slowly and get a foot on the ground everywhere. Because at the end of the day, it's to get the artists work and to make the institution grow and for us to sustain ourselves. Some years ago, I started counting. More than 10 years ago, and we already counted like a couple of thousand. Through our outreaches in the hospitals and our outreaches in the community, through our online platforms, through all the events that we have done, all the cultural exchanges, and getting our artists out there, even international. There's so many people who know of us and have been touched by Sarakasi artists just by maybe going to a show, but also getting them as getting the talent, and it must have been thousands.